everyone, welcome back to Paper Craft Possibilities, and if you're new, welcome also. My name is Susan, and today we're going to finish off some of the papers I have some cuttings off of for Honey Bunny paper. I've got some, or the Honey Bunny collection. I have some Easter pictures that I want to document, so let's roll that intro and let's get started. Okay, we're back. I have done some of this prior to making the video because I needed to make sure it would work what was in my brain. And I also wanted to give credit to another maker by the name of, I believe it's Janice, and I don't know how to say her last name correctly. So instead of me embarrassing myself, I'm going to run it across the bottom of the screen here. So I'm scrap lifting somewhat of what she had done because I just thought it was perfect for Easter. So we're going to be documenting some Easter pictures from a family event. This is probably one of my favorites. This is my son and my husband caught this picture of the two of us. Some little munchkins for the Easter egg hunt. Another munchkin, another munchkin. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm bringing in the striped paper in the collection. And I'm gonna come in probably about 1/4 of an inch on the right side. I'm hoping you can see that. I'm trying to get all of the Versamats up on here. So I wanna come in with these pictures, and I did print them with a white border on my photo paper. And again, I use the Canon luster paper, which I absolutely love. And the glacier is on the bottom part, and it's the darker side of the glacier. So I believe I'm gonna want those up in there. Then I'm gonna show you how I came to do this treatment here. This is on glacier, and I've made a frame out of the striped paper, and I've actually gone on the back here and kind of made my own thing because I wanted it to flip over and have the striped paper again.
I made a mistake.
Well, this is me in real time. When I'm editing this video, I find out that something has happened to some of the footage, and I'm sure it's my issue, but I felt it was important enough to come back and do a real quick tutorial on. There are 3 different designs I did in Cricut Design on Easter eggs, and I just went into the system and typed in Easter eggs and found 3 that I liked. So what I did is I cut each of them out either in honey butter, or I cut them out in glacier. And here I brought in an example so you could see the different colors close up of the different shades of Close to My Heart papers. So what I did is on the back of the Easter eggs, I cut out with the light portion of glacier. The top portion, I came in with the darker tone. So that is that part. Then when they cut, obviously they're in 2 different pieces. So then I glued them together and let them sit for a little time. Then I came in with stickles, and I'm gonna show you this bottle. Close up, there's some iridescent points in this, and I will put a link down to the different colors of stickles. But what I did then is I came in with a very inexpensive palette knife, and the reason why I chose a palette knife, and these are like $2 or $3, is I wanted to get into, see if I put this up close, I wanted to get into the circles or the chevron pattern in this, but it's a little bit recessed because of the layering. So first what I did is I came in, I'm just gonna give an example on the light tone. Let's go back and I'll draw a picture. Hopefully this ink won't spread. So if we have an Easter egg that's like this, I wanna say that the light's coming in from that side. So I've come in, inked up, and I wanna come in lighter. It is gonna spread the ink a little, so just ignore that. The technique is what you want to get here. So go lightly at first to figure out how much ink you're putting down. And I'll show you later in the video some flowers I've done this way too. But I'm kind of coming in from this point going up to this point. So on this one, I would want to come around a little bit more. So that would be when both of your pieces are put together. Then what you want to do, and you'll be doing the lights on the bottom, the dark is on top. You're going to come in with your stickles on your palette with your palette knife. And I tried to get a lot, not a lot. Let's back up for a minute. You want this on your palette knife, but I tried to put some, first of all, on the back of the palette knife. So then I could just come in and smear it into the crevices of that cut egg going to the back. So that's that. It's not really kind of looking the same here, but you get the cutout idea. You're gonna want to let this sit for a good half hour or so to dry. And it does work out over the ink. I did let the ink dry before I did that. So that is one technique. And you want to make sure to get the stickles off of your palette knife right away. Also clean off your brush. And then the other thing that didn't get recorded was I had brought in a dotted stencil. And I went in, and with this, you want it very randomly. You'll see it on the pictures at the end of the video. You don't want to go all the way to the edges. So I just want this very natural with no hard edges going across here. So I'm going to come in again, start off lightly so you can see what you're doing. Hold it down very firmly with a couple of your fingers. Remember, don't go to the edges. Keep your fingers there and say, oh, do I like that or do I want more? And if you're okay with it, then I just kind of move it across. If it crosses over a little, it's okay. Just try not to put a lot of ink down there because then it'll be double coverage. And then I just kind of kept moving. So we end about there. So you can see there, hopefully I'll put it up, that I have a nice amount going across, but it's very natural. There are no lines. And that's what I did to the back of the pages that I'm creating. And you will see this closer up, and you'll see it in some of the pages towards the end. But when I do the close-up pictures, you'll see more of that. So there you go. So I'm gonna get back into the video and put you back into where I was. Thanks. Okay, so with this water, what I would do, what I have found it best to do is I'm just gonna drop some water here in the tray. And you do that on these water pens by just pressing this portion right here and it releases some water. So then I've used the silver here. So I've wetted, that's not a correct word. I've dampened my paintbrush. And I've really come in here and let this soak up the water. And then I'm going onto the tray and dabbing some of that paint into the water I dropped. Okay, then I'm gonna come in here, I'm using my paintbrush and I'm just using my water pen. And I'm coming in, I'm gonna get some more. And I'm just knocking this down on my paper. And it'll take a few minutes to dry, not long though. So you're gonna have a nice shimmer from your, from this paint and from your stickles. And it really catches the sun when someone's sitting down and looking at your album. So what we're trying to accomplish is this look over here. But when you pull this back, because this is a true double-sided paper, you're going to have a different look. You're going to have this print. So let me pull out some double stick tape. And I have some that is a thinner in the depth of the tape. And you can see this one is thicker. You can see that on the side there. So on part of it, I'm going to use the thicker. The other part, I'll use the thinner. So let me get some really, this is when you definitely want to use your non-stick scissors. I love these scissors, by the way. Again, close to my heart because they just cut through something really super easy. On the thin one, and they don't stick to the stuff. On the thinner tape, I'm just getting a very tiny amount. So I'm gonna keep these off to the side for me. Leave the sticky part on the thicker one for a few minutes. Don't take it, only take it off the back. And you really want this to be level with the picture. In other words, straight across and even with the bottom of the picture. And then I just kind of lightly push down on the side here. And you don't want a full crease. You just want to kind of train that paper. Then I'm going to open this back up and I'm going to lay down that piece of double stick tape. Now I'm going to pull off this tape and I'm going to get my small piece out. I'm going to take the other side off. I've got that paint all over my hands. Okay, so now we're going to come in and I just want to make sure that this is nice and straight. And when I feel comfortable with that, then I'm going to come in under this, you know, the edge of that turnover piece there, and I'm going to put it down. Remember, again, you don't want a crease on this paper. You want it to just look like it's laying folded over. So I've got that down there, and then I'm going to come in wherever it went there it is. I'm going to come in, I'm holding it down for a minute. They went with a Honey Bunny workshop. These are the enamel dots that went with that. And just like this one, I'm going to bring in a dot. And I'm going to put it in the corner to look as if it's holding down that corner for you. So there is that. So let me start putting some of this together. I'm going to put you on fast forward and then we'll come back and we'll talk about some other things we're going to add on. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I'm taking a look at these eggs and trying to figure out if, well, I know I want to put some eggs down. I don't think I need all of them. So I'm going to try and get all of this on the screen for y'all. Let's see. This might be easier said than done. Let's see. There we go. That's pretty good. So I was thinking I might like to bring some over in here. I think I might want to do the smaller ones. Let's see how that would go. I think that would look good. I'm going to pull out my stickers because I think we could use some stickers on this page. So let me grab those real quick. All right, if you're anything like me, you have to walk away from something for a while before it makes sense to you. And this was no different. I just needed to walk away from this one for a while and figure out what was making the most sense to me. So here you'll see me kind of putting on some finishing touches. I took this beautiful sticker that was on the sticker sheet and I put it up there. I'm just putting some of the enamel dots on the page now. And thought a couple would look good up in there. Then I always somehow one of these fell off. I always overcut because I just never know what I want to put on a page. You know, until the page goes down, you just don't know. So I came in with some extra greenery that I had cut. So first what I'm going to do is glue down this one particular egg. So if I can find that glue again. And I let it sit too long while I was trying to figure stuff out. So I almost got glued up again. All right, so what I want to do is have this come under a little. So I like that. With these little pieces here, these leaves, that is something that I had cut extra. So I'm going to first glue these down, and then it looks like my little rabbit's coming up a little. So put that down in there. And this again is a two-tone paper from Close to My Heart. And I'm gluing the back side and letting the back side is what I glued, and then I'm coming up with the lighter side. I'm just trying to have some contrast on some of these. So let me just glue this one piece down. I don't want it to get caught when I'm putting it into the sheet protectors. Then we have some of these flowers, and I thought I would come in and, well, let me finish gluing down the eggs first so I don't have them kind of going all over the place on me. So just going to bring this in here a little. And I've got some flowers off here to the left. You can't see. We'll bring in that next page here in a minute. And I'm going to ink these up just a little. I think they would look a little bit better. So let's bring back in that glacier. I'm only going to do a portion of it. And I might just keep like one side I'll do dark, one side I'll do light. So in other words, I'll flip over the flowers. I do like when I do that because it offers just some definition, some depth to the page. You know, like something when it's sitting back farther has a shadow on it, so that one might be a little bit darker. So I like doing things like that. So let's finish this one up. Okay, and let's bring in some flamingo ink now. And of course I had it sitting here on my desk. Here it is. Okay, flamingo now, which is the color of this other paper. And I'm going to do the same thing. On some of these, I'm going to do the light side, and some I'll do the dark side. And this does not have to be perfect by any means. It's just offering different tones and depth to the paper. Okay. Okay, and then there's one other thing I wanted to do. When I was cutting out these bunnies, again, I cut more than I thought I needed. And so this right here is this particular sheet. And I'm gonna do some inking up. I'll avoid this area because it's wet. I'm gonna ink it up with some pine. So I'm just gonna come in on the edges. Just again to give it to some some depth. I don't know if this part on the bottom is going to stick out. I don't know until I get it down, so we'll just ink it up a little. To me, it just makes it look a little bit more like grass. So I've done the inking. Let me just get a baby wipe here. Okay, so I wanted to come over here with some flowers, and I may want to bring out some little foam dots here. Let's see how this goes. Let's see, and I want to bring in one pink. So maybe I put the pink on the top. Let's see how this goes. Over on this page, while I was off contemplating life, I came in and I found these stickers here. You are my happy, and then hooray for springtime. Found some more of these leaves. So I'm going to kind of work with all of this. Let me get these down over here. my goodness, you guys, I forgot to do this one. Ah. Oh, well. I wonder if I can cut this. Looks like a it looks like a pineapple then. We're leaving that off. Okay, so let's just finish up these pieces. All right, I finished these. A few little mistakes I made, but you know, that's how I learn. So, but I'm pretty happy with how they've turned out. I did add, since I had you on video last time, I did add some. And just wanted to show you through this. So I've got some enamel dots up here. I've got a sticker here. These are die cut letters and numbers from my Cricut. These are all from my Cricut, but using everything is close to my heart papers. I did die cut these out of my Cricut, and this is all the paper. Again, the decorative paper included is all close to my heart. The workshop it's called the Honey Bunny Workshop, through close to my heart, and all of the sheets, you get a sticker sheet that looks like this. Again, really good high quality stickers. Those are all in the set. Then I've come in with some enamel dots here and there just to kind of finish things off. We've stenciled the back. A sticker here, it says, "You are my happy." And I've done stickles, and I've done splashing of paint, a metallic paint on these eggs, and layered up these flowers, and then put some greenery in here. So I think that does it. So if you have any questions at all, please do feel free to leave them below. And just a reminder to make a comment, subscribe, like, and that puts you in our bucket to announce a winner each month for a free die cut and stamp set, excuse me. And until next time, first of all, let me thank you all. Please let me thank you. You've been so kind to me. So I hope you're getting something from this, and I'd love to hear from each and every one of you. I think our next video is you just listened to probably a unpacking video I did, and an unboxing, I should say. And then I have a big announcement coming. So stay tuned for that. That'll probably be sometime this next week. So has a lot to do with all the changes between Stampin' Up! And Close to My Heart. And I think you'll be surprised at where I'm going. So anyways, hang on and look for the updates. Enjoy this video, and thanks again for joining me. Have a great day. Bye-bye.